What's going on, everyone? John and Audrey here, back again with another episode of the Real Talk Podcast, episode 48. Two more, and we're to 50. Audrey, can you believe that?
No,
It feels like we should be at like 150.
I honestly feel like we are, but we just haven't counted. We didn't count right or something.
We miscount. Well, it is
We
me doing
miscalculated.
it, and I didn't complete school, so, and I'm horrible
Yeah,
at math.
it feels like it's way more. Wait, is that including the ones that we did back when I was over there, or no? Do you just count it from when
No,
we started this online journey?
no, like I counted it like podcast wise, like you were already over there.
Okay, so you don't count the ones that we have where I'm there in the flesh in Cali.
Yeah, like those for me were just like well, obviously like the reviews. We did a bunch of reviews, and we did, I don't want to say editorials for some reason.
Well, we did it was like a podcast because we had like topics and stuff.
Yeah, we did have like some sort of a show, but like we would talk about movie news and stuff like that. We wouldn't just like freeball it like right here, like this.
Yeah, this is
Maybe
just
like that was like the pre show, you know what I'm saying, like the pre podcast.
This is all unscripted.
Imagine it was scripted. Damn, we should get jobs as scriptwriters. But how are you, Audrey? Are you good?
Yeah, I am doing great. Robert's in the comments saying, "How
What's
you guys
going on,
doing?"
Robert? Nice to see you
I'm
here.
Doing good.
Hopefully
I can't
you're
complain.
doing well. And also, Robert, I don't know if you've been to Video Paradiso since it's opened back up. I know we're in a pandemic, and that's not like the first thing that comes to mind. Like, hey, let's go out and stuff, But just wondering. I went there like once, and like I want to go back to like support it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't like. Am I gonna risk it like for movies, and stuff like that?
Well, it's a fairly small little place.
Yeah.
As long as you're wearing your mask, I think you should be fine.
And also, like when I went, there was like two other people, but then like they left, and then like I was the only one, and then like another person came, and then he left. Like there wasn't like it wasn't crowded,
Yeah, that place was never crowded, so I feel like you'd be okay, honestly, if you just went and took a roundabout.
At the same time, though, I don't want to waste like a lot of money right now because I'm like, if I go in there, I'm gonna drop.
You're gonna come out with like
100 on Blu-rays. Like fuck.
You're gonna come up with like bags full of DVDs. No, I know. And I was thinking about that place. What I really liked about that place is that everything was alphabetical.
Now it's not. Now
it's not
about like genre. Yeah. Now it's about genre. It tripped me out. The time I went back, I'm like, all right, so here's all the A's, and like it goes from like A, like B, C, and then like it'll start again. And I'm like, what the hell? Like then I realized it was like a based on genre.
Damn, they fucked it up. It was so cool when it was alphabetical. I loved that.
I know, me too. That's how I have my collection.
Or like Amoeba, where they have it by director. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they have. Well, the directors, they have it, but it's just rentals. You know how like they have the other side? They have the directors too, but it's just rentals.
Oh yeah. So. And then they did have a separate part for Criterion, right? And then Blu-rays and DVDs.
Yeah.
I believe.
So yeah, there wasn't much Criterion when I went.
So do you ever go to Rhino Records?
I used to. Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, okay. Sorry if you guys hear noise. My boyfriend is making himself some breakfast. But anyways, yeah, I used to go to Rhino. The only reason I didn't like Rhino was just because it was more expensive. I thought it was pretty expensive compared to like if you go to Cinema Paradiso or like even Amoeba. Amoeba's pretty expensive too, though.
Yeah.
So I was like
every time I had a sales, I'm like, fuck, like I should go and shit because they have a lot of stuff, but at the same time, like Boogie Nights, I've been wanting to buy that. Well, I have it now, but like I wanted to buy it for the longest time, but it was always like $25, $20, like at Amoeba.
Really?
Like, come on, like yeah, it's like really expensive. It's like doesn't even have like a slip cover. It's not like Criterion or anything. It's like regular.
I wish I could reach mine because I want to show it to you, but it's like far. But I really
Use the force,
like
Audrey.
the cover. I really like the cover of mine. Where is it? I don't know where it is actually, but yeah, I really like the one. Huh? Sorry. I really like the one that I have because it's super cool. I got that one at a shop here that sells secondhand movies.
Okay, here's deal or new seed.
Alexa, stop.
Wow, today's just the day where we're
What
getting interruptions. Sorry, guys.
Why did it
Siri's
Alexa.
jealous.
stop?
Oh, you have Alexa. Damn, she just
It's playing deal or no deal. Like, what the fuck? What do you have? it's probably the FBI, my FBI agent or something. He's just fucking with me.
I thought that'd be funny if it like exposed your browser history. I would
Damn, you will be shocked.
Yeah, no.
And
For real.
surprisingly, we would gain subscribers.
No, I bet. I bet. Yeah, for sure. I think that'd be interesting to do that, to show someone your browser history, because it's so random. Well, mine is random for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, what was I saying? So Boogie Nights, yeah, I found that one for like $7, and I was really excited because, like I said, I really dig the cover. It's not like I think
Is it like the orange one?
yeah, it looks like super 70s status.
I think that's the one I have. I don't want to reach for mine though. Hold on.
Could I get the fan on, please? It's hot. The fan on, not the air, the fan, please.
Should I leave him in here?
No. That's not the one I have. Mine is all orange, and it has like a little booklet.
So you have like a fancy one. This is the only one I can find.
No, mine has, it's like it has 2 DVDs. I think it has one for like special features and then one for the DVD or whatever. But anyways, I like it
I'm
because
trying to remember how big his penis was. Like
it was like a 10-incher.
I thought it was like 13.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody like tuning in now, like, huh? What the hell?
And you know what? I've been wanting to rewatch it because Ben hasn't watched it, but it's 3 hours long.
Is it really? That's like the shortest 3-hour movie for me, because like that movie,
it doesn't feel long, right?
Nah, not at all. I mean, for her, probably it feels long because she said 10 inches.
Oh my god!
But hold on, let me see the runtime. Yeah, 155 minutes. What the hell? It doesn't feel long to me at all. But I think he would really like it. I think he'd really like it.
Well, of course he would. It's about porn.
It's about a guy with a big penis living his dream.
It is a great movie, though. I think it is a great movie. But I hopefully I can rewatch it soon. But when I saw that it was 3 hours long, I was like, damn, for real? Because I never felt like it was that long either.
Me either. Like, I'm shocked right now that you're telling me that. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because it's pretty like fun, so it doesn't feel like it. Like, it's pretty like, has a lot of comedy and stuff like that. So.
Well, that's how you know that the movie's good, because if you watch it and time just kind of flies by, then you know that it's a good movie and it's doing its job.
Yeah.
Unlike a movie that I watched this past weekend that I kind of want to touch upon that was recommended by John here from the Real
shit.
Talk. Yep, putting you on the spot.
Damn. Austin Powers.
No. I got around to watching Relic.
Oh, wait, yeah. Guys, I just kind of quickly want to say, I want to introduce you to the new Audrey. Well, to the old Audrey, because Audrey was like this before, and then she stopped being Audrey. Now Audrey's back. She watched like 15 movies last week.
I knocked out a few. I didn't even watch that many, but I did knock out a few. I'm proud of myself. Yeah. And I was gonna knock out another one last night, but I didn't. Anyways, going back to the Relic. So I wanted to watch it because you recommended it, and also I read somewhere that it was like one of the recommended movies to watch right now for horror. Like it was considered a good horror movie. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm down. So I downloaded it. And that movie is actually really short. It's only like an hour.
Yeah.
like maybe 20.
Not like Boogie Nights.
Yeah. But unlike Boogie Nights, it felt slow. It felt a little slow for me. It was a little kind of a slow burn for me, to the point where I was on my phone for like a good part. I was just like, okay, well, nothing's happening, so I'm just gonna be on my phone. But yeah, I can't say that I liked it too much. That's just my overall idea of it. I didn't really like it that much, to be honest.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, no, just kidding. I was gonna say something. No, I mean, I can see that. I definitely can see that. Like, I feel like, well, were you expecting like a full-on horror movie? Like, like
no, I was expecting from the trailer, because I did watch the trailer. I was expecting something like along the lines of Hereditary, or something more like that. The Lodge, even. You know how The Lodge was super like slow.
I haven't seen it still.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Yeah. I don't want that. I was like the one like championing that film, like hell yeah, like these directors, from Goodnight Mommy and all that stuff. Like I'm excited, and I still haven't seen it.
I think that's on. Isn't it on HBO Max or?
I think it's streaming somewhere. The Lodge. No, on Hulu. Hulu. That's where I saw it. It could be on HBO Max as well too, but it's on Hulu.
Well, I wasn't a fan of that one either, but don't let that stop you from watching it, because
I still want to watch it. I feel like I'll like it for some reason. And then, like you didn't like this one. Wait, you didn't like both of them, huh?
No, I didn't like The Lodge, and I didn't like Relic. But a lot of people disagreed with me on The Lodge. They actually really enjoyed it, and they thought it was really, really good. Blah blah blah. Yeah. But me personally, I was not a fan. As far as Relic goes, it just felt really. It felt like it didn't make sense. Like I feel like it didn't have a clear direction. I knew what they were trying to go for, but at the same time, I felt like they were just kind of going in different directions, and they weren't sticking to a clear path. And to be honest, it wasn't even scary, like at all.
Yeah,
like there wasn't one jump scare where I can remember being like, "Oh my god." It wasn't really a scary at all. So for me, I have to give it a thumbs down, but that's just me.
Audrey's no seal of approval.
Well, I mean, I'd like to hear why you liked it.
I liked it because I thought the daughter was hot. No, just kidding.
The younger granddaughter.
No, both. The mom and all three. Imagine.
The grandma too.
I just liked it. I think it's because, I mean, I thank God that I don't have a person, in my family with dementia, which was kind of like an allegory for it, kind of like literally and like metaphorically. But I did work with a bunch of people who did when I was working at the care center. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It just kind of made me feel a certain way, and especially like the ending where like I kind of want to talk about it full on. So spoilers for what's this movie called? The Relic. If you haven't seen it, tune in. Like I don't know, me and Audrey. I'd like just mute it or something. I don't know. Just tune in like 5 minutes later or something. I don't know.
We'll give you a thumbs up when we're done.
Like how at the ending, like she's literally like peeling herself away, or the daughter's doing it, like kind of like how she was before, like like kind of like now she's just like this shell of what she was before. And I don't know, like at first I was like it was all right, but then thinking about it more and more, I'm like, you know what, I kind of like it's just something about like it just hit me,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really like how should I say this? Like they kind of make you think like there's like a demon or something at first, like something's there in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just goes away, like it's kind of like playing with them, like does it follow them? Like it's kind of weird. They're not really, like, and then it's just kind of like nothing's there, like, so I was like, well, kind of like, that's kind of something I feel like they weren't really clear on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it didn't match up. Yeah. I was just kind of like, this is weird, because they made you kind of think it was one thing and then it wasn't. You're just like, all right, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
But they tried to do the element of horror, like when she's like stabbing herself and all that, you know. She has that hole in her chest, but it just doesn't. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
It didn't land for me. It didn't stick. But I can totally see your side, and that's what I think was the best part of that movie was probably the ending.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what most people would really enjoy is the ending because it kind of tells you, oh, okay, this is what's happening. You kind of make sense of it.
Yeah.
But up until then, you're just kind of like left guessing and you don't really know what the heck's going on. And it's not really scary. So you're just like, well, I'm just here along for the ride.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It just felt like I was like waiting for the ending. I just kept waiting for it to
For
end.
the climax.
I was like, I just want to see what's happening, what's the deal with this lady, and that's it. But yeah, so for me, I didn't quite enjoy it, but I mean, I do know that a lot of people have. So
yeah,
I mean,
it just wasn't your cup of tea. It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, it just didn't land. Unfortunately,
At least you gave it props when you watched it, like so props on you. Like that's what I always say. Me and you both said, like, watch a movie and make your own opinion about it.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, it already had my interest just because it was a horror movie and because of the way the trailer looked. I was super interested in it.
I like the acting too. I thought everybody overall, even the daughter, like the youngest one, I thought she not like blew me away or anything, but I thought she did fairly good. Especially the older lady, like how she had scenes, like she just had like to visit like a bunch of like places. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like confused, sad, and like all this stuff. And I thought she did a pretty good job.
She was definitely creepy.
Yeah.
I thought so. I was like, geesh. I was like, she was probably the creepiest part. Just not even when she was doing anything, like when she was just standing there or just sitting there. You were like, Jesus.
And her feet too. There was like this one scene where you just seen her feet, like.
Yeah, you're just like, man,
take a shower.
This makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Yeah. Nah, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and like something I just remembered too. They were kind of like going back and forth about like a dream. I guess the mom was like having a dream or something, and then like they kept showing the house. I think they said something about like the windows. They kept focusing on that window, That's something I feel like goes along with what you're saying. Kind of like they try to throw in a lot of stuff, like side stories or something, and like kind of like what the hell, like what's going on?
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point. Like that didn't go anywhere. Like what about this creepy looking house that they found like a picture of, and I was like, okay, like I thought that was gonna have to do with something. Well, I think because it runs in the family. That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
Still, the house had nothing to do with it.
I know that like the grandpa had passed away. Like I know they mentioned that, and like you see him, and I think maybe he had it too or something because the way he looked, and also how the grandma ends up looking, it's kind of similar, So maybe they both got it, and like maybe I don't know. That's how like they're dealing with it too or something, or maybe I don't know. Was that the grandpa that she was seeing in like those visions in the other house?
Maybe I think so.
They weren't really clear on it, huh? They mentioned him, but I don't know who that was.
They mentioned that he died, but they didn't really like go into detail. But I took away that. I was like, oh, okay, so it's obviously something that runs in the family, and this is also spoilers because at the very end of the movie, you see the daughter, the mom has it. So you're just like, fuck. Well,
she went like this, and like that's how I thought. I was like, oh shit, there goes Relic too.
Relic 2.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I would be really interested if they did do Relic 2 because I'd be curious. I was like, really? You guys think you can pull that off? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think they were going for a C. I think with the other choices in this movie, I think they were like, okay, like let's just, it runs in the family and like kind of a cool little like, hey, this is what's gonna happen next. Not cool, I'm not saying dementia, like, but just saying like, oh, like a little thing, I don't think they're doing, hey, let's make as many as we can,
Yeah, let's try and milk this product. No, because it's very accurate. Dementia and like Alzheimer's typically run in your family, so it made sense. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, in a sense, I think like this was kind of like she had a lot of not expectations. What's it called? Influence from the Babadook. I think that one was done way better. It's kind of the same that's why I told you it's kind of like the Babadook in the sense of like it's horror, but not like your traditional like horror slasher film or anything like that. It's kind of like an interesting look at like depression or something. Kind of that way.
But the Babadook did scare me. That one I thought was pretty creepy. I was like, Jesus.
See, with that one, they also found a way to use like this creepy monster guy.
Yeah.
But it made sense too.
I was like, fuck no. If I see that guy in my room, I can punch someone. And especially, I thought the mom did an amazing job. My biggest complaint about the Babadook has always been the kid. That's the only reason I don't bring myself to watching it again. Because that kid, Jesus.
Annoying, yeah. I mean, maybe that means he's a good actor because he was really annoying.
I mean, he has a scream that is just so annoying that you're like, Jesus, I'm gonna like slap him right now.
I want to slap you. We don't condone
child
abuse
or anything like that. No, but I'm saying like it's just like the kid. He really, really. You can kind of feel for the mom. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I was like, if I was the mom of that kid too, I'd probably be depressed because, Jesus, that kid would just scream his head off.
No chill at all.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why I haven't gone back to rewatch the Babadook, just because I don't want to sit through having to hear that kid. But who knows? Maybe one day I will.
Yeah, that's what I said about The Witch. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to experience it again because it's like. It messed me up, Audrey. So I was like, I don't want to do it again. Yeah, but I think I saw it like sometime last year.
Oh, really? So it's not something that you can rewatch.
I think now I can. Like, if I'm going to show it to someone, like, let's check out The Witch or something. Because last year I just watched it because of Lighthouse. I wanted to revisit his film, so I was like, all right, cool. I'll check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So now at first I kind of thought it was one of those films like, I don't want to see it again. Like it's too, like not only like too slow, but it kind of just like, it's too creepy. Kind of like Rosemary's Baby, like that. Like, I don't like, fuck. I have to watch that right now during the day with the door open. But that's just a testament to how good they are. Like it's not your traditional horror, but again, like it just, for me, it creeped me out. It scared me.
Have you heard the soundtrack for The Witch?
No, but I that's something I noticed this time around. The first time I kind of was just like focusing on everything, but this time I was like, you know what? It's like, it's so like haunting, it's so like eerie and like folk at the same time,
Yeah, I actually really
T Swift's new album. Check it out, everyone.
Wow,
Imagine.
plug-in. No, I actually really want the album for the Witch soundtrack because I think it's really cool. But I do listen to it during like sometimes I'll just listen to it on my Spotify, and it's pretty gnarly.
I thought you were gonna say, I listen to it whenever I do sacrifices and stuff, like rituals.
Yeah, regular
Your nightly
Friday
ritual. Oh shit, regular Friday night.
regular Friday night here at my house. But no, yeah, it's pretty gnarly. It's a really good soundtrack. But yeah, I really want that for Christmas. So if anyone wants to get me anything, I'm just kidding. Or Ben, if he's listening to this.
Ben, if you watch this, if you're watching, is he still playing?
Album? No, he left already. But anyway, so we talked about one of the ones that I watched. What have you watched this weekend?
I quickly want to touch upon The Rental because I think that's the one you wanted to watch last night, but you didn't end up watching it.
Yeah.
I checked it out because I like the Franco brothers, even though James Franco's kind of up in the air right now. He was kind of accused of some stuff. Yeah, kind of canceled. But I still like their work and stuff. I don't want to get too much into it, but Dave Franco so far he's clean, so it's all right, I'll check him out. I'll check out what he did, and I'm kind of torn because the more I think about it, I'm like, I liked it, but like, how much did I like it? You know what I'm saying? Like, or for what reasons? So I'm still like trying to, how do you say it? Kind of examine it. It's kind of okay. What because I like the first half of it, and then like when it turns into like another movie, like for me, I like it because like at the same time, it reminds me of something I wanted to do, like a horror movie that I wanted to do. I was
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, cool. So it's kind of like cool to see some elements of that being brought to life, you know.
Yeah.
But I have to put that aside. I'm like, well, it kind of didn't really like mesh well for me, you know. So, but again, like I would still recommend it because like the first half is really good. It's not your traditional like horror. It's like more about like um kind of like dramas between you and like in a couple or something like that, you know. And then it gets kind of gnarly, like oh shit, like these people are gonna find out this thing or you know something
Mhm.
happening, and then it just turns into like a pure on like
Horror
I don't want
movie.
to spoil it, but yeah, like more of a like traditional horror movie, you know.
Interesting.
But I liked it overall. Again, this is kind of like it kind of tries to be like two movies at the same time. When it was doing one movie, it was really good, and then like it just switched over, and like you really think about it, like it kind of messed it up, like what it had going for it, you know.
So did it feel scattered, kind of like Relic did?
Mm, a bit less scattered
Okay.
than Relic, but I like Relic more for some reason. I guess for Relic, it had an emotional connection. I think that's what I like about it a little bit more. This one kind of like they try to do something with the characters, but I don't think it's about that, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but it is creepy. I liked it. I liked a lot what they did. The acting is pretty good. I definitely think Dave Franco, is going to continue. You know, I just don't know if like maybe horror is his genre. Like he again he did a good job, but then like I don't know if he knew how to end it. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of
He
threw
didn't know
something
how to
out.
wrap it up. Like, all
Yeah,
right, let's wrap it up.
yeah. Because even though like I like it, like what he did, like at the end, but I just don't know if it made sense for the overall story and like what he had going. What I really liked in the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I probably will watch it. I saw the trailer and I was interested, but I kind of felt like I called out what was happening really early on. But now that you're telling me this, I could be totally wrong, and it just goes in a completely different direction that doesn't give away in the trailer at all.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely have to rent it.
See, like, no pun intended. You have to rent the rental.
I have to
Um,
rent it. So.
oh shit. See what the relic and the rental. I didn't see the trailers from, so like I had no idea what was like you know what I was getting.
I watch
So I
the
think that
trailer.
helped.
I gotta watch the trailer. Maybe I should stop watching the trailers.
Yeah, because like for me, I love trailers. Like for me, that's part of the experience. Like going in there, watching the trailers first, and then the movie. But like I found myself like countless times, like since we started the channel, like not watching the trailer and like
Mm-hmm.
having just like an incredible time with the movie because you don't have any expectations. You're just okay, cool. Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen is in this movie. Like, let's see what it's about. And it's Wind River. Like for me, I love that movie. You know, I think it
Yeah,
was Tyler Sheridan who did that movie.
that was a great movie.
The one who I don't know if he directed Hell or High Water or he wrote it, but that movie is also pretty good too.
Mhm.
um, but yeah, I had a lot of experience. Like I've been having a lot of experiences like that, so that's why like for me, it's like if I'm gonna see a movie at home, like don't watch the trailer. Like Palm Springs, you know,
Yeah,
that's another one. So I think I like that. You should try it.
I am gonna start trying it because I always try and go and look for a trailer right away, just because I like to know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
But I can see how you would enjoy it more if you didn't, like you just went in blind. So
Do you wish people had trailers sometimes, Audrey? Like, you know what? I wish this guy had a
like,
trailer to see if I can, you know.
dude, that'd be extremely helpful. But I feel like it would take out a lot of the fun out of life because you would just go through people constantly. You just be like swipe, 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 swipe.
Yeah.
You'd be like, nope, I have no interest in meeting you. Okay,
Like, if it's
next.
gonna end up like this, nah.
But it would have saved, I mean, me a lot of trouble, and it probably would save you a lot of trouble. So
Yeah. Saves a lot of time. It's like, you know what? Like seems
energy.
like it's good, but at the same time, I don't like these things about it. Like, I don't know.
For me, it's just more so my energy. Like because I feel like any sort of relationship, this is kind of going into something else.
This is
But
the dating part
even a
now.
friendship, yeah. But I was gonna say, even like a friendship, you have to kind of nurture it and take care of it, because if not, it won't last forever. So anyone in your life, you give energy to that you want around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when that person turns out to be someone that's not really worth it, you're just like, fuck, can I get my energy back? Because
Like all that time and effort I wasted, you know. I thought you were gonna be cool and
yeah, like if you have a friendship with someone and then you kind of just like forget about them or whatever, then obviously you're not gonna stay friends for a long time. But
yeah.
if you really care about your friendship, you should take care of it. That's what I've always thought.
Water it, make sure it gets plenty of sun.
Yeah. Which is why I don't have a lot of
Oh,
friends because I'm like,
she said, I'm trying to take care of myself first. I barely have time for Ben.
well, no, I'm proud to say that the people that I consider a friend are actually people that they're my friends. Because I know
Like
a lot of people,
they got your back like through thick and thin.
yeah, because I hear it all the time, or I see a lot of people that use that term friend real loosely. Like they'll
Yeah.
say, yeah, that's my friend. And I'm like, are they really your friend?
Is she really
Or
though? Is she really though?
acquaintance? Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like I met them and but people just throw that term around like, oh yeah, that's my friend. And I'm like, you've only met them twice. Are they really your friends? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Or like even people you work with, people say like, oh, those
I
are
was
my
about
friends.
to say your coworkers.
And I'm like, no, I never have referred to, well, I shouldn't say that because obviously I became friends with you. But like with people that I work with, typically if I don't feel like if I don't hang out with them outside of work and if I don't talk to them outside of work on a consistent basis, I just say, yeah, they're my coworkers. I won't call them my friend.
Yeah. So like to me, you still consider me as that's my coworker.
That's my old coworker. Yeah, I tell people all the time. Yeah, I have a
We
podcast
used to work
with my
at
old
Pizza
coworker
Hut
from
together.
Pizza Hut. No, you goof. I think we've
Yeah.
been
All
friends
right.
for a while now that we can finally say, okay, yeah, he's my friend. But yeah, I always think that's interesting. People throw that term around loosely.
Yeah.
But
No, I feel you because I mean, also like the older you get, the more you start realizing a lot of stuff about life and a lot of stuff about different people, you know. And just like you said, you just like, you know what, man, like you're cool and everything, nothing against you, but I only have time for like 5 friends. You know, like I only have time for like these people, you know.
yeah.
And I found that too. Like I only have like a handful of like real friends. The other ones,
Mhm.
like, no, nothing against them. It's just, it is what it is, you know. Same thing with family too.
Yeah.
It's like they're still blood related and stuff. Like you still care about them, you love them, whatever. But it's like, I don't know, like, you have your certain like cousins or whatever, that you really vibe with, and the other ones are just there. Nothing against them, but
So do
it's
you
just a lot how life is.
yeah, so do you think, let's say you're gonna get married, right? Do you think you would invite all your family, even though you don't talk to half of them, but you're still gonna invite them because obviously you're family and you're related? Or do you think you'd more be like, you know what? No, I'm gonna invite this other person that I'm not related to because I think that they've been a bigger presence in my life. Because that's how I
Yeah,
am. I have family all over the place, but I don't really see them. Like I
yeah,
can count on my hand how many times I've actually met them, maybe, you know?
yeah,
So it kind of makes me think like, well, I mean, why would you be at my wedding? I guess it's okay because you're related to me, but you don't really care about me.
yeah. I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I've always thought that. I'm like, well, I mean, because you know how families are. If you don't
yeah,
invite them, all hell breaks loose.
yeah. The cheese bagels around the
Yeah.
grapevine. No, but I'm thankful that I have a family that's mostly like together. Like whenever there's a birthday, we all go. Whenever there's obviously a holiday, we'll all go. So I think I would invite that family. But like if I have like cousins that I haven't spoke to in a while, like nah, like there's already like one tío and two tías that I would invite, and their
Yeah.
families. So that's like enough. But even within them, I still have like okay, like 4 of my cousins that I'm really close with, like really, really, like I grew up with them, like they're like my brothers and sister,
Yeah.
So like that's I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah. So if I were to ever get married, which I mean, I don't know right now I'm still kind of,
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
but
I was just curious because that's always been something that I've noticed because I've seen like weddings where it's like we have to invite my cousins, my second cousins, third
nah,
cousin,
nah, nah.
twice removed. you were married to my tia, but now you're not, but I'm still gonna invite
Like,
you.
fuck it, invite your exes too then.
Yeah.
And their
So
family
I
and shit.
mean, to each their own, though. I mean, the more the merrier, especially at a celebration, but it's just kind of like,
And even I think also it has to do with the person. Like I feel like both me and you are kind of like we don't like all the attention, you know.
mhm, yeah,
So it's like
or like,
I don't want to make a big deal about it, you know.
yeah. And I feel like because touching upon what you were saying, like going through life, you learn more about stuff like that. And it's true because my mom would always tell me, like, she was like, the people that are around you when you're having a hard time, those are the people that really care about you. She's
Yeah.
like, because when you're doing good, you're going to have people around you all the time that are going to want to be hanging out with you, or, she's like, if you have like money or if you have something to offer, she's like, people are always going to want to leech on that. She's like, but when you don't have anything, when you're like down in the dumps and you're just not feeling good, and there's still people around you, those are the people that really care about you. And I have noticed that, like, it's true. Like, when I've been through really hard times, the people that have still just kind of like been there, I feel like are actually people that I would consider my friend. Like, oh, okay, like they have my best interests at heart.
Yeah, they got your back.
Yeah, so I feel like I'd rather have that than just be like, oh yeah, I have bunches and bunches of friends, because I feel like sometimes people glorify that, like they like saying that they have a lot of friends.
Like the
But
social media thing, like, oh, I have like 10,000 followers. Like, do you really though?
yeah,
You
like
know,
half of
like
them are bots.
yeah,
Half of them are just like spam or whatever. But I think social media has also played a big role in that. It's so crazy to me. Like, I hear a lot of stories of people that become friends with people they meet on the internet, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's amazing. Like, you can build a really strong relationship with someone that you haven't even met,
yeah.
and I think that's nuts.
That's the
But
power of movies, Audrey. That's what happened to me. I met a
bringing
bunch of
people together.
folks online here doing the real talk, and I did end up meeting some of them in real life. So that was cool, you know.
The
I
YouTube
consider those
community.
my pals, yeah. But
Yeah.
no, like I'm with you 100% because like we've all gone through like ups and downs in our lives and stuff like that. So like I've had plenty of experiences where like I wasn't doing like the best, but like I had friends there like with me, like like even though I was like struggling, they would like be there for me,
Yeah.
not just hey, like how are you doing, and then like that's it, like oh like talk to me and shit like that, and like prove their friendship in like another way, so
Yeah. And another thing that I think is really interesting, and I think we've talked about it before, or I think I've asked you too, that I think it's really surprising that people don't have like an actual best friend. Like, it's actually pretty rare for me to meet someone that has an actual best friend, like you see in the shows, that like you can just hang out whenever, like you can like hit them up and just
yeah,
be like, hey, like, you want to go grab a beer, or you want to go grab something to eat, whatever, or you want to go with me to Target, just stuff that it's like everyday shit.
yeah, I feel you.
You can just call them up and be like, hey, or if you need a favor, like you're stuck in the friggin' freeway, and you can just call them and be like, hey, dude, like I need you to like help me out. And a
You
lot
need
of
your tire changed, Alex.
people, why did that happen to Alex?
That happened to Alex while he was working at Pizza Hut one time, and I went to go
Oh,
help him out, change his
dude,
tire.
that shit would happen all the time at poor delivery drivers.
Yep,
Tip your delivery drivers, people. It's hard job. But
I know.
anyways, so yeah, I think it's crazy that people don't have that, because I am very fortunate. I've always been really, really fortunate to have my best friend. I have my one best friend that we've known each other for years,
Yeah,
and he's more like my brother, because like I said, there's nothing that like we can't talk about, and like it's like where I can just call him up and be like, hey, like let's just go grab a coffee or whatever,
or guess the cheese man or something.
Yeah, like it's like we can just like, or sometimes we'll even FaceTime and we won't even like be doing anything. Like, we'll just be like
Like, what's
talking
up?
like about
Yeah,
stupid shit. So I think those relationships are really, really cool. But a lot of people
yeah.
don't have that. A lot of people don't have just someone that they
They
can.
have a sort, quote unquote best friend, but it's not like that, like you said.
Yeah, it's not that level of being comfortable with someone where you can just be like, yeah, like for sure, though I can count on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's even more rare if it's like the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my best friend's gay, so
No, well, that's like that's a good
so like,
example too. But like for me, I've had girls in the past where like literally like I consider them like they were my best friend at one point. You know, like where
ooh.
we could like just no, like you know. Well, it's interesting because it was one of my exes, but like we
Oh,
got so
see?
cool. Like I guess maybe because of that, like because that all that was out of the way. Like we were so cool with each other. Like oh hey dude, like I was seeing this girl. Like this is what we did. You know what I'm saying? Like we'd come to each other for that, and
Yeah.
like she'd come over and like there's no like sexual tension. We'd literally just want to watch a movie or just hang out or gossip or drink. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think it's more rare like that. You know, but if you do have those friendships, and that's pretty cool.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
that's what happens. I feel because that's also been like a growing. That's always been the question: can guys and girls be friends? And I've always said it's like I don't know. I feel like yes, you can, but you also have to always admit that I feel like at one point maybe there was feelings. Because every time I ask a guy that has a girlfriend that's not their
Yeah.
like a friend, I'm like, okay, at any point in time, did you think she was cute or were you attracted to her or did you like her? And they always tell me, yeah, but then I got over it or she moved on and I moved on, but we still stayed friends. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but you did have some sort of attraction to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't
So
know.
that's even more rare. Like where it's like, nah, I just saw her like
And
from
we were
day
just
one, like a sister or something.
yeah. I don't know. I think that's a little bit more rare, but I think it can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, who
Not
am
if
I?
you're a Lannister though. Not just kidding.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. But but yeah, no, I definitely do think that guys and girls can be friends. And my friends have always been dudes. My best friend in kindergarten was a little boy, and I still remember. And I was like, from that point, I knew I was like, yep, I'm gonna be more of a
A
uh
dude friend girl.
that a dude friend, yeah, for sure. Like, what's that movie called? Did you ever watch that movie? Called the Duff, I think, or the Duffy or something. I forgot what it's
Designated
called.
ugly friend?
Yeah.
No.
You
I
never
know what
watched
it's about, but I haven't seen it.
Dude, that shit is so funny. Oh my god. It's actually a funny movie, but I think it has that girl that comes out in
Jurassic Park.
no, she's been in stuff. Now it's gonna bug me.
I'll look it up.
I get her confused with the girl from The Edge of 17, but no, that's not
Haley
her.
Steinfeld?
Yeah, no, it's not her. She comes out in something else though. I'm not sure.
Bella Thorne?
No, Mae Whitman.
Oh, you looked it up too?
Yeah.
Oh,
What
she
she
was in Perks of Being a Wallflower, Skull Pilgrims of the World.
Yeah, there we go. She's the one, the Buddhist one that and Perks of Being a Wallflower, the one with the short hair. Yeah,
That
that's her.
might be the girl from what's it called? From Arrested Development too. I think she comes
I
out in
never.
Arrested Development. I just seen her in another movie too.
Yeah, she's been in stuff. I was like, I know she's been in stuff, but I couldn't picture her face for a second. Like I couldn't remember her name. But yeah,
Yeah, it's her.
that's a funny movie. It's like kind of like The Edge of 17, but I think The Edge of 17 has a little bit more depth. But
Yeah.
but it's still a funny movie. It's still a good time.
And I like Haley Steinfeld and Haley Lou Richardson. They're pretty cool.
Which one's Haley Lou Richardson?
She came out in Split and Columbus.
Oh, she's the. Wait, did she come out in what was that movie called? Fuck. Man, my mind is just not there today. The one where the two girls like kill the dude. Thoroughbreds.
Thoroughbreds.
Remember
No.
that movie? That's not her?
No, that's the girl who came out in The Witch.
No, but the other girl. The one
Oh,
that
Olivia Cook? No. That's
oh.
Olivia. Yeah, she's been in some stuff too. But that's not her. That's yeah, that's Olivia Cook, and then Haley Lou it's like the last one to get killed. Spoilers for Split. Like she's one of the friends that gets kidnapped.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, now I know. I couldn't picture her. I was like, I get them all confused. They all came up around the
Like
same
around
time.
the same time. Yeah, I feel
So I'm
you.
like,
Thoroughbreds
what?
was good though. I'm so happy I own it. Where is it?
I really
Somewhere around.
enjoyed Olivia Cook in that. She was great.
Anna Taylor-Joy. There you go. That's her name.
Anna Taylor-Joy's growing on me. At first, I didn't really care for her. Even now, she's just kind of like, oh, you have it. Even now, she's kind of like whatever, but she's growing on me slowly but surely. I think she's gonna be one to watch.
She's in New Mutants.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be one to watch. And but like I said, I really enjoyed Olivia Cook. She did great in that
And
movie.
Anton Yelchin too. Even though he was in there for a little bit.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I
Poor
miss
guy.
that guy, man. He was like barely starting, you know. He was so young. Was he in About Time?
No, that's Tim. He's the one that comes on Star Wars. Is that his name, Tim? I don't know. I'm really bad with names. Sorry, guys. I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I do know what
He
I'm
comes
talking
out in
about.
Star Wars. The guy from About Time?
About Time, yeah. It has that's
Isn't
not
it
his.
Andrew Garfield? Oh no, God damn it. Domhnall Gleeson.
Domhnall Gleeson.
Yeah.
I was so off.
I know, I was like, Tom, what were you talking
I was
about?
like,
Like Star Wars.
Tim. Who's Tim? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I thought his name was Tim.
Who's
But
Tim,
anyways,
Audrey? You gotta do some explaining to Ben.
for some reason I thought his name was Tim, but whatever. Yeah, what's his name? Gleason. Oh, it's because his name in the movie's Tim. That's why.
Oh yeah, Tim's father tells him, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another movie that I watched that
How was that? That caught my attention too, when like the trailers were coming out because of the cast and about like the plot and stuff. Did you like it?
I loved it. It was so good. It was one of those movies too that every time I was on Netflix, I would scroll past it. Like I would always see it, and I was like, meh. I would just see Rachel McAdams in the cover, but for some reason it just never really jumped at me. I was like, whatever. It's just like a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
But then the other night, I was like, you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna watch it because I read somewhere on YouTube or Reddit, someone said that they recommended it, that it was like a great movie. I was like, really? I was like, it's a romantic comedy. What the fuck? So I watched it, and it's actually really, really good. It's a really cute movie that'll probably make you cry. It's one of those movies that just makes you like, oh.
Is it a romantic? You said it's a romantic movie.
Yeah, but it's a comedy too. And I told Ben that it's, for some reason, I don't know why British movies have like a charm to them that I love. Like I don't know if you've ever watched like Notting Hill or like
That's British?
Well, I say it's British because what's his name's in it?
Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant, and I love Hugh Grant. But something about those movies have like a charm to them. I don't know what it is, but this movie is very much like that.
British
Like
charm.
yeah, it's like about this family, and I think it's just because the whole cast, everyone in the movie is so likable. Like you just like everyone. Like there's not one person in that movie that you dislike.
Yeah.
Everyone's so likable. Like you want to be in that family because they're just so loving and they're just chill. They're like a super like bohemian family that just doesn't take themselves too seriously. You know what I mean? So it just makes you like feel like comfy, kind of like The Family Stone, something like that. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But I definitely recommend it if you feel like watching something funny. It's cute.
See that one reminds me of Like Crazy, like the one with Anton Yelchin.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I don't know if that.
Yeah, like you know how her family is super like cool. Like the family's great. Her family in that movie, it's like that. Like they just have that charm, and you just feel like, damn, they look like they're dope parents.
Or another movie you watched, like Fighting with My Family.
Yeah, like that. Exactly like that. Oh yeah, that's why I was thinking about, because I saw that movie too, and I was like, oh, they're British, and they're just super cool. But before we talk about that movie, I do suggest that you watch About Time. It'll make you cry, but
yeah, no, I want to, like you said, if it's like Crazy or something like that, like just like a romantic movie, feel good, you know, overall, then I'll definitely watch it. Because I like both of the leads, Rachel McAdams and Domhnall Gleeson. I really like both of them. So
he's really funny.
Bill Nye is in it too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Duff was always great. He always scares me though.
Yeah, no, he does great, and like you said, the I can't pronounce his name, but he's funny, and I like him.
Gleason.
He comes out in Peter Rabbit
Tim.
too. Tim,
Yeah, Peter Rabbit. He came
which
out
I
on the
really like
episode
too.
what's that new
Didn't he come out of Black Mirror?
Black Mirror? There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was like a sex doll, basically, kind of.
I remember.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
I was- Oh,
what
sorry.
happened?
No, I was just gonna say that I'm so sad that they didn't release Peter Rabbit too. I was really looking forward to that movie.
Were you really? I haven't seen it, but a lot of people were like, "Why is there a second one?" Like,
It's a great movie. Have you seen the first one?
nah, I haven't seen it. I remember the books.
Cute. It's a really cute movie. It's just cute. I don't know. I think I'm biased because I like anything that has talking animals. Yeah, especially if they talk. And what's his name? James Gordon does a great job because he's just a funny guy. He's a really funny guy.
That's why you didn't like First Cow that much, because the cow didn't talk.
Yeah, if she would have like started like talking, I would have been like, "Fuck yeah!" I love that movie. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just kidding. So you love Babe with the pig?
I mean, back in the day, I haven't seen it in a while.
That'll
so.
do, pig. That'll do.
Who knows if it still holds up? I'm sure it does.
Probably. I don't know. So what about Charlotte's Web?
Yeah, that one was one of my favorites. I used to love this one called Milo and Otis. It was like about a cat and a dog.
Yeah, and they went on adventures. I remember. Yeah.
And then like they got in trouble, and I remember I was like crying my eyes out, like telling my mom, I was like, "Mom, no, they're gonna die." My mom was like, "Oh my god," she's like, "You're too sensitive to watch these movies." I am. Anytime I see an animal getting hurt, oh my god, I get so sad.
What about, there was another movie too that was kind of like Milo and Otis, where it was like two dogs and a cat or something like that. It was like a group of three.
No, Milo and Otis was just Milo and Otis. I want to look it up now and see if it's the one that I'm thinking.
Hold on. Milo and Otis.
That's such a cute name. I think Otis is a cute name.
Okay, no, that's a different one. I remember Milo and Otis, but it's not that one.
Oh, it was a pug. Oh my god. Damn, I want to watch it now.
Okay, wow. Why did I think about this? For some reason, I thought that one movie was called A Great American Tale, but that's the one. That's the animated one, the little mouse or whatever it is.
You're thinking about Homeward Bound.
There you go. Yes, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Homeward Bound had the two dogs and the cat that was like really funny.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
But yeah, they don't make movies like that anymore.
Nope, they don't make medium budget movies. It's either indies or blockbusters. But I think due to this pandemic,
there's like nothing in between.
Yeah, like they won't.
Indie or your blockbuster.
Yeah, but I think now because of this pandemic, I think they're gonna find a way to go back to it, because it's like, how are we gonna spend $200 million on a movie that's we can't get the money back? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully this does some sort of good for like the studios, in the sense of like, hey, let's take more risks with a lower budget films, because there's even like a lot of examples still now to this day. Like Get Out was made for a little and just made a whole clip of money, you know. And even back, like I've been revisiting Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. They were made for like very small budgets too, and like for me, A Nightmare on Elm Street, they did so much, even though it's not like they didn't do too much within the dreams, you know, like gnarly like CGI scenes, because they really couldn't. Like it was still, for me, like holds up till today, you know, like it's still
more
like,
practical stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Which I think always ends up being better.
Yeah.
In my eyes, at least. But yeah. I agree. I hope that maybe this will be the rise of mid-budget movies.
Yeah, because it's like everybody wins. Like the audience gets pretty much like a great creative, like hopefully great acted movie, and then the studios don't waste that much money, you know, and hopefully make it back. But Speaking
Make
of
it-
that, I guess we can get more into the whole tenant thing. I don't know if we talked a little bit about it earlier, or maybe that was just between me and you before we went live.
Yeah,
But
we were discussing it.
but what do you think, Audrey, about the whole tenant being released internationally? I think August 26th, and it being released here domestically Labor Day weekend, around September 2nd.
Yeah.
What do you think about that strategy? And do you think it's going to stick?
I mean, fuck, it's hard to say. I honestly don't know. At this point, I think everything's up in the air. Because I have a feeling that what's going to happen is that overnight, it's going to be like an overnight thing where they're like, okay, COVID is gone. We can open everything. As crazy as that sounds, but I feel like that's what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that maybe in August, they're going to be like, all right, we're done. Like, we're going to start to slowly open again. And who knows, maybe it will stick this time.
I mean, I wish.
You don't think so?
I mean, as far as the release of it, because obviously there's other countries that aren't run by idiots, so they're doing a lot better COVID wise, which is like thankfully like there's proof that we can get over it like together, But this country's just a mess. And it sucks because usually we get movies first and stuff and all that, and it's like but yeah, I mean internationally everybody's doing better, so that's why they're getting released, and it makes sense for the studio and Nolan how they don't want it released in VOD, and I don't think they should release it in VOD a movie like that. But yeah, hopefully, I mean it sticks, because I mean the sooner we get the movie, the better. I mean, it's gonna suck like when it's released here, it's gonna be in select theaters, and that's not a movie I want to see at the drive-in,
Yeah.
Like I want to see it in IMAX. I want to see it at least like in an AMC theater, But again, if stuff over here doesn't get better, then I'm probably gonna unfortunately like wait it out,
Yeah.
And it sucks, but I mean for a studio it makes sense. Like, if I was the head of the studio, I'll probably be doing the same thing, trying to make as much as money as we can and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it'll stick. Another movie too they gotta to release, what's I guess is holding its release, is New Mutants. They said it's still being released on August, like the end of August. They even had like the little preview. I don't know if you saw it where it says like fingers crossed. It said like years. I didn't really see the trailer though. I just saw that little tag.
It has all the dates like scratched out.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
I mean that one too. Like I got a feeling that they're kind of like Disney is like, look, it was made by Fox. They did all the like financial stuff, so it's not really a loss to us, So they're kind of just like, hey, we're just gonna release it, like in drive-ins or whatever, and then we'll put it on VOD like in 2 weeks or something, like on Disney Plus or something, So, but yeah, I mean it's crazy because but I think it was this past week, like Mulan got pushed, A Quiet Place got pushed, like everything basically got pushed.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on like the movies in November, and hopefully by then, like we're doing way better, and then we can somehow have a opening with those movies, like in the theaters, like hey, like social distance, like the masks and all that stuff.
Yeah, because people are getting desperate. Like people are just like, fuck it, like just release it. I still want to go watch it. Let us go out. And I feel like if they did release it, they would get a good amount of people going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's. I mean, what more can they do unless they just legit say, you know what, no movies until next year.
Yeah.
People would be pissed. Like they wouldn't be able to handle it.
I'm with Tyler. We want New Mutants because like the more like, even though I didn't see the trailer, I was already sold for this movie, like it's just so different from anything else they've done with the X-Men universe. Like obviously it's more like horror based, and I always thought that was like interesting, and kind of like I guess Logan was a bit of a Western, so like when they're mixing two genres, I think it could work, and especially something like this, like with those specific mutants. And from what I heard, that new trailer was dope. Everything they keep releasing is dope. I think they actually released like the first few minutes of the movie, like online.
I didn't watch that. I just saw the one that you saw, the little part where they were just kind of crossing out the
dates and stuff.
date.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty funny because at least they're acknowledging it.
Yeah, and then like it sucks for them too because it's like it was shot like almost 3 years ago, and it's like still not released, still so the cast looks a lot older,
Yeah.
But
It's weird. Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm just like, what, Disney's like, what, we're just gonna release it. It's already been delayed too many times, and everybody wants to watch it. I know I want to watch it, So
People have been waiting for it a long time.
yeah.
But yeah, so moving on with that, I'm looking at the comments to see if we missed any.
Yes, we are. California's like the new Florida now or something. Or like they keep, there's some memes too, like, oh, the United States is like the Florida of the world.
That's what it feels like. It feels like no one can listen to anyone or do anything to follow rules.
All these Karens and Kevins and all that stuff.
Yeah. But anyways, I did have the chance of watching Fighting with the Family just to move right along the other stuff I watched. I had been wanting to watch that, but I hadn't. And it has Florence Pugh and what's her name? Cersei
Lannister. Lena Headey or Headey.
Yeah.
Lena Headey.
It has The Rock. He makes his appearance. It has Vince Vaughn.
No. Yeah, right. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Yeah, Nick Frost as the dad. Mm-hmm. The Rock comes out, surprisingly, playing The Rock, doing Rock stuff.
And I was happy to see Vince Vaughn because I actually really liked Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, you know what? Lately, he like that, Hacksaw Ridge, and Dragged Across Concrete. He's been turning in more dramatic roles, even though he's like, still a comedian. So, like he does like comedy movies. I've been really liking his like more serious side, and I think he was in True Detective too. I haven't seen that, but I think he was in that too. Trying to get more, serious with his roles. I really like him like that.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. It was a great movie. It's a great family movie. We got the opportunity to watch it with my parents, and it was a lot of fun. Cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was like the perfect movie to watch because my dad's a huge wrestling fan, so he was excited about that. He was just telling us stories about him.
He said, "Why didn't you get into the wrestling world?"
Yeah, he always wanted me to, and my mom was telling me that she's like, if it would have been up to your dad, he probably would have put you in wrestling.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What would be your ring name, Audrey?
I don't know. I've never thought about it. I've never put in much thought into it. But the only thing that I didn't like was that I thought Florence Pugh did great. She did great for her role.
Yeah.
She did a really good job.
She had I think it was did it come out last year or 2 years ago? But either way, she's just been having a great few years,
Mm-hmm.
That
she did a really good job.
Midsummer.
Yeah. And I thought she actually looked a lot like the real wrestler, Paige, and she did a really good job. But what I didn't like is that the other girls that they got, but I mean I get it because they were supposed to be like models, but I was like, well, they don't even look like us. But I get it because they weren't gonna make it. They weren't gonna be wrestlers. They were just there. I mean, they ended up doing good, but obviously she was better.
She was the one to go through.
She was the chosen one.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. It was a good movie. It was funny. It had a lot of heart to it. It was cute. I really enjoyed it.
Feel good movie. I really liked it too. I didn't catch it in theaters, unfortunately, but I saw it, I think on Hulu or Amazon Prime. I'm not sure which one it was, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was like you said, a nice family film. Had a nice blend of comedy and like kind of dramatic moments of her struggles and stuff, and it has a nice message to it. I forget. I feel like some
you're breaking up. I didn't get any of that. You sounded like a robot.
I like directed the movie.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's because you froze, and I was like, what?
Oh, Stephen Merchant. Stephen Merchant. Yeah, he's the one that comes out in. He came out in Logan as that like other alien, not alien, but other like mutant that's like with Logan sometimes. He was in the
Oh,
original
yeah.
Office.
Hmm.
Like, and I think he actually like was a writer and like developer for the American Office too.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, with Ricky Gervais, I think they both had a lot to do with the American Office, which is kind of
Oh.
cool. You know, they did the British one, now they're doing the. But yeah, he directed it, so it was pretty cool. You know,
Yeah,
I thought he did a pretty good job.
I recommend it if you want to watch something with your family. It's a really good family movie.
Yeah.
Has a lot of heart to it. But going along, so this weekend I knocked out a big franchise that I had never watched. That Ben was shocked that I had never watched, which was Austin Powers.
Mission Impossible. I'm just kidding.
I know, right? But no, yeah, I finally got around to watching Austin Powers. Can you believe that?
Well, I'm glad for one thing, because like
Are
for
you
me, like I
excited?
grew up with them. You know.
Excited that I finally watched them. You were
Yeah.
like, damn, what took you so long?
Yeah, that too, but also just kind of like I said in the beginning, like because I know you were kind of feeling like this for a while, like you just didn't want to watch, you know, like a lot of stuff, kind of just, you know, I guess comfort food, you know.
I was picky. I am still being super picky, but you know, if I get pushed enough, I'm like, all right, fine. Just put it on.
Yeah.
And with Austin Powers, after you watch the first one, you have to watch all
Yeah.
three.
It's kind of just
And-
like, okay, like I'm in already. Like Mike Myers like can do no wrong.
Yeah. But I enjoyed them. I think I can say that my favorite for sure was probably the second one.
Yeah. Same
The
here.
second one's my favorite. And I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be. I honestly did think it was going to be good. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be really bad. But no, it was great. It was a good time. It was fun. Michael Myers, of course, like you said, he did a good job. A great job, I should say. The only thing is I do feel like the jokes are a little bit dated. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because watching it was like a time warp into my childhood because growing up, I remember hearing kids at school, like it was like the most quoted movie ever. So people were just quoting that movie left and right. So I think that movie literally encompasses the late 90s, early 2000s. That's like the movie. Like if you think of the early 2000 movies, that's the movies that come up to my head. Or late 90s, I should say. But yeah, and I think my favorite character, I told him, I was like, between all of the characters that he does, I think I'm a Dr. Evil fan. He's great. He's my favorite.
He plays all of them really well, but Dr. Evil's cool. What did you think about Beyonce in the third one?
I mean, I've never been crazy on Beyonce, but she was cool. I mean, she looked cool. She was cool. She was there. But no, I think definitely the showstopper was definitely Michael Myers. He was just great. But out of Mike Myers. Sorry, I was saying Michael Myers.
I think that's a joke in what is it? That's a joke in like one of those like funny heist movies. He's like, "Oh, I told you to get Michael Myers masks." He's like, "This is Michael Myers."
Yeah.
Mike Myers. I think it was a Baby Driver, or I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Baby Driver. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like one of those movies.
Imagine sharing a name like that. Jeez.
Michael Myers and Austin Powers.
But no, it was really good. I really did enjoy them. They're just funny, like silly movies.
Yeah,
but
now you got them off your list. Check.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I did because I felt like a loser for not watching them. I was like, damn, all right, well, I guess.
Yeah. Now, what about how far did you get with the Elm Street movies?
We made it to number 2.
Number 2. Okay. The next one is 3, but I've been doing back and forth. So first I watch Friday the 13th and then an Elm Street movie, and then again like I go like that back and forth. So I'm ending part 3 of Friday the 13th, and I'm gonna start part 3, Dream Warriors. I think that's my favorite one, if I remember.
For Nightmare?
Yeah. I think so. I gotta this time around I'm gonna like make a ranking and stuff. But
this is gonna be interesting because now that I'm rewatching them with Ben, it's definitely been interesting. We caught on to a lot of things that I had
especially in the second one, huh?
Yes, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll have to make it a special, a Nightmare on Elm Street
You
special.
know what? I was gonna tell you the other day. Remember how I was like, "Oh, hey, are you ready for like the 9 p.m. one?" I was gonna say,
Oh.
dude, we need to do another midnight one. Remember we did a midnight special? We could probably do a midnight special talking about those movies.
That'd be
That'd
good,
be pretty cool. Yeah.
especially since they're like creepy and scary movies, for sure.
Especially since Halloween Horror Nights got canceled.
Oh, I know.
Basically canceling Halloween, but no, like you know what? I hope we come up with some like social distancing like Halloween or something like with trick or treating or I don't know something because we like I gotta put on that Duff Man costume, Audrey. Like I haven't, you know.
You're like, I will.
I will put that on. If I'm just here at home chilling, fuck it.
You're just gonna be watching movies in your Duff Man
The
costume.
Duff Man costume, yeah. No, but I wanted to this year I wanted to do something different and I wanted to dress up as Kane, the wrestler, the one with the red mask. Because that he's always been my favorite. So I'm like, you know what? If I do some, you know, bicep workouts and stuff, I can probably fit the bill like body wise up, you know, like
like just a shot of this.
this and like the hands and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It was kind of sad. Even though I haven't gone to Horror Nights since like 2012, 2013 or something like that.
But it's just the principle.
Yeah, like and a lot of people were bummed out. Like one of my friends has gone every year since 2011, I think, or even 2010. Like he's gone every year, and like now he can't. Like that sucks, you know.
Well, it sucks because we were planning on going this year. This was supposed to be the year when we were gonna go. We were gonna make a trip
or over here.
Oh, over there to the Horror Nights. We wanted to go to Disneyland and we wanted to go to Horror Nights.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be the year we were like, this is gonna be the year we're gonna go. And then this shit happened, and we're like, fuck, like we just can't catch a break. So we're just gonna have to wait until next year, I guess.
You guys can save that money, you know, for something else, or just
if
save
I have
it for
money
next year.
for that long, I won't. I'll spend it.
I can't have money for that long.
Yeah, I can't see it in my bank account. I have to like put it somewhere. Maybe I'll get like the safe one.
Yeah, get Simple. That's the online banking I have, and like your savings, you don't see it at all. Like, you see it, but it's kind of hidden. Like so, for me, I find it really helpful because if I don't see the money, I think like I don't have it. You know,
right?
So it's just sitting there, and you'd get interest added up. So far, I got like $2 interest.
$2.
It's $2 I didn't have before.
That's $2 that you didn't have.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we were definitely bummed out when we heard about that, and this was definitely the year that it would have been great because everything falls on a Saturday. Halloween, I think, falls on Saturday too.
Telling me.
I'm just like fucking A. But I don't know. I mean, if you actually go to like a party, that's the only reason like I would see it would be ruined. But I'm pretty sure people are gonna still be able to trick or treat. They'll just
that's what I was gonna say. Like maybe they could just have the candy outside the door or something, monitor it, or because if you have costumes, most of them come with masks, you know.
Yeah, especially the little kids. Yeah.
Or maybe we can all just dress up as doctors this year and like have the mask, you know. Okay, we all have the same. Yeah, like be creative with it, you know, because they have a lot of times they have like a blank, like one colored, you know, uniform, so like you could do different things. I don't know.
Well, I still saw that Spirit Halloween was gonna open, and I've always wanted to work there for one Halloween.
Yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be creepy, surrounded by all the, you know. Man, I really hope one of those stores opens over here because, like, going down the aisle and just seeing all the costumes, like that's part of it too, you know.
I love it. It's just a feeling. I don't know what it is. It's like a feeling of you just feel like, it's Halloween time. We love freaking ourselves. We love freaking ourselves out, and I also, if we went to the Horror Nights, I also wanted to do the Queen Mary one because I've heard that.
Oh yeah, I heard that one's cool too. I've only been to Horror Nights, but I wanted to go to like all of them, like Disney. Even though it's like very different from all the other ones, like they don't have people scaring you and stuff. But, like Six Flags, Knott's, Scary Farm, like I wanted to do all that too. One day, Audrey.
Did you ever end up watching that movie Hell House on Shudder?
Hell House? No.
Yeah. You still haven't seen that?
Sounds familiar though. Did you tell me to watch that?
Yes,
I think you did.
I talked about it.
Hold on. Let me write it down. It sounds familiar too.
And I'm excited because now, yesterday I was browsing on Shudder and they have the last one, which is the third one. So I'm going to go back and rewatch the first and the second, and then I'll watch the third one to see what's
Wait,
up.
it's a serious? It's a franchise?
Yeah, it's a franchise.
So Hell House and Hell House 2, or like what's the second one?
Well, they're just called Hell House and then Hell House 2, and it says I think the third one is Lake of Fire or something. Let me see. Did you find it?
No, I just text you it, Hell House, so that way I can have like some sort of reference to remind me later to look it up.
Well, it's on. Like I said, if you go on Shudder, they'll all come out. So this is like the cover.
Okay. Yeah. I think I remember something like that.
And yeah, the third one is called Hell House Lake of Fire. Oh, okay, yeah. So the second one's the Abaddon. I can't say it. Hotel, and then
Abandoned.
I know, right? Abandoned. But yeah. So, anyways, those are really good movies to watch during Halloween. I think they're pretty creepy. They're like I mean, they're not the greatest quality, but they're still fun to watch. So I think you would enjoy them.
If there anything like Trick or Treat or like Slice, I don't know if you've seen that one.
Slice?
A24 film, yeah, and the A24 movie with Chance the Rapper.
Oh, I remember you told me about that, but no, I haven't seen it.
Zazie Beats or Zazie Beats, however you say it.
Yeah. I remember you told me about it and you said you really liked it.
Yeah, for me it's like an instant Hollywood classic now. Like I'm gonna watch every Halloween. Like it has werewolves, ghosts, and all that stuff.
Like yeah.
Give me a Halloween Town vibe, but like grown up, you know? Yeah.
That's interesting. I'll have to watch it. Slice. Yeah, because I remember I saw it on one of the lists and I was like, what is this? But I remember you telling me that you really liked it. That you were surprised. But
especially because there's like a pizza delivery boy and stuff. Like it's like, oh cool, like I was a pizza delivery boy, you know?
So is it like a more like fun movie? Or is it scary?
Yeah, it's very like campy. No, it's not scary at all. It's like campy, kind of cheesy, horror, you know?
That's interesting.
It's a
and
fun
it's
movie.
A24.
Yeah, A24 movie.
Very interesting. Well, yeah. So now you have something to watch on Shudder because Shudder's selection lately hasn't been the greatest, but those are definitely still on there.
And I wanted to watch the sleepover or sleepaway camp because I remember watching the first one a long time ago. But I know there's like 3 of them. I'm like, what the hell? So I want to watch that ones too. Those ones.
Yeah, and one that I wanted to watch that I saw was Reanimator because I've never seen that one.
That one this Thursday at the Mission Tiki, they're gonna play that one and Pet Sematary, the original one. Is a double
Why are
feature.
they showing scary movies?
I don't know. Last weekend, Alex went to.
Yeah, I remember you told me he had a Fright Night, right?
Oh yeah, Fright Night and The Lost Boys, and then the weekend before that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Evil Dead. That one would have been so cool to see.
Yeah,
tickets ran out quick for that one.
But I'm just like, why are they just showing scary movies? I guess because that's like the funnest thing to watch at a drive-in.
Me and Ezra had a pretty cool conversation about drive-ins last night. What was I gonna say? But it's because it's Beyond Fest. Beyond Fest is more like horror-ish. Yeah. I don't know if you knew that before, but that explains it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Because I was like, wait, what? Why are they just showing all these like scary movies? Which is great. I'm not complaining. I think that's dope. But I honestly thought that it was just because, they look better at drive-ins.
Yeah. No, that's what me and Ezra were saying, that like it's cool that they're making a comeback, but we both agree on the sense of like we're not gonna go to see a big blockbuster film there, like
definitely
it's
not.
still like it's a great experience, but it's more of like a nostalgia, like pastime kind of experience. You go to have fun, take some food, some drinks, have fun with the movie that's playing, like hopefully like movies like this, like cult classics, just movies like that,
Mm-hmm.
But it's not ideal for like, hey, like the first time we watch like Hereditary or like like an A24 movie, Tenant or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like those movies, like Goodfellas. Even if you're trying to play like older movies, like Goodfellas is like something you got to pay attention to, something to look at, the cinematography and everything like that, So
Like, imagine watching First Cow at the drive-in.
Well, it would kind of be like,
It'd be super dark.
yeah, like I was gonna say, like it would be like it was dark on our screens and the TV and stuff. Like imagine at the drive-in. So,
And I mean, even back in the day, like when the drive-in was like hot and it was a popular thing to do, they even showed scary movies back then. Like they would show like The Blob and just old classic horror movies. So I feel like it's always been more horror movie orientated.
yeah, it's like a niche, like niche thing.
Yeah, it's just a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
and Alex went to like 5 of them last week because of his birthday and stuff.
Been going to all of them. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, he's been going. I saw yesterday he was at Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
That was a double feature that would have been pretty cool to go to too, because after it was Beetlejuice.
Oh, cool.
It's on the same,
yeah.
But yeah, Beetlejuice has a 4K steelbook coming out soon, and I want to get it.
I probably would get it just because my copy isn't the greatest. It's like the DVD one, so that'd be cool. That'd be cool to have. I wish it would have something 3D on it. That'd be great.
Yeah,
like if they had the sandworm coming out, or I don't know, something cool. But Eddie said,
always reminds me of James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah, that's a great movie too.
Did Tim Burton have something to do with that one? Because I feel like that one looks very Tim Burton-ish too. James and the Giant Peach.
I don't think he did.
Let me see.
I want to say he did, but I don't think so. No, yeah, he did. I'm an idiot because wait. I always get confused because Jack makes an appearance. Jack Skellington?
Does he really?
Yeah, I've told you the story. Remember that I have the doll?
Oh, he produced it.
Oh, okay.
So that makes sense.
He makes a cameo. He's the pirate. He's the skeleton pirate. Remember when they go?
No way.
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon. Damn, it has a lot of David Soilis, Susan Sarandon.
We recently watched it and it holds up for sure.
Oh yeah, James and the Giant Peach is like one of my favorites too. It's like, for me, it's like underrated, like an underrated movie from back then. Like,
I want to show you my doll, but it's
too far away. So you, like, I saw you keep looking up, and I was like, "What is she looking at?"
It's because it's like all the way up there on my shelf, and I don't have a way to get up there. But yeah, I have a little collectible. He's pretty cool.
Eddie,
Halloween classic.
Halloween classic for me is The Night of the Living Dead.
That's a great movie.
I don't think I've seen that one, Audrey.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
That's the one that's on Criterion, right?
You're lying.
Nope. I've been wanting to get the Criterion to finally watch it.
But you've seen the Return of the Living Dead, right? Because the Return of the Living Dead is the what do you call it? The 80s one.
I don't know.
I think it came out in the 80s. Hold on, let me double check.
I haven't even seen Dawn of the Dead, the original.
For real?
Yep. Everybody's unsubscribing right now. We went from 7 viewers to 0 right now.
Yeah, okay. So Return of the Living Dead came out in 1985. I thought you had for sure seen that.
No, I gotta get on it. Like the original zombie ones, I don't think I have. I gotta get on it.
What? Yeah. I'm really surprised that you haven't seen that one.
And then also Eddie S said, my local drive-in showing The Rental. Would you recommend checking it out for the first time? Well, to be honest, like again, like me and Audrey were just saying, I would personally recommend it, but not at the drive-in. Even though like a movie like that, I still say kind of just rent it at home, with your screen and like you control the volume. Because again, like I love the drive-in, but it's like to experience a movie for the first time, I don't think it beats like the regular theaters or even watching something like that at home, because it takes place at night too, so it's going to be very hard to see and stuff like that. Even though it's a cool thing, like to go into the drive-in theater to watch something,
yeah,
I'd recommend it to watch it at home.
Yeah,
which is kind of bizarre that I'm saying that, because we're all about like, hey, go to the movies, support.
Well, I mean, but the drive-in's different. It's a different ball game. It's not like we're talking about that right now, that not every movie kind of serves itself to be seen at the drive-in.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? Here, the first one that I think I definitely want to go watch is Young Frankenstein, and that's because Ben hasn't watched it in its entirety. He said he's watched it, but I don't believe him, because no one can watch that movie and not remember it. Am I right? Because That's classic.
I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched Young Frankenstein?
I barely watched Spaceballs like 2 years ago or a year ago, which was hilarious. Mel Brooks has it's been hilarious for me, but that's when I haven't.
You haven't seen Young Frankenstein.
I know, and I need to get it, but yeah.
Wow.
Audrey's like, you know what?
You know what? I'm doing the podcast on my own now. But no, they're gonna show that here for one of the days at the local drive-in. So I think that one will be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna double it up with the Bride of Frankenstein or Frankenstein, the original. I'm not sure. But I think it'll still be good. He wants to go watch Jurassic Park, which I'm kind of on the fence about because I don't know if I want to see it at the drive-in.
See that one again, like I love Jurassic Park, and I'm so glad I got to see it in theaters like 4 years ago. If you can see it in the theaters, Audrey, I recommend it. It's so good in the theaters, you know, especially with the whole crowd. Yeah, the drive-in. That's the thing. I'm like, I don't know, because it does have a lot of scenes at night too.
Yeah, like a fucking T-Rex better pop up from the bag or something for me to be like down.
That would be tight if they did like a drive-in type of thing at Universal Studios with all that stuff, like all the props and stuff around it, like the screen or something. That would be dope.
Yeah, that would be like showing a movie inside a museum kind of feel. With all the props and everything. Yeah, like like you call Universal, can we borrow the T-Rex that popped up? And,
well, they replaced it. There's no more. I think there's like a new Jurassic Park ride. I don't know.
You haven't been on it?
I haven't been on the new one.
The first one, the original one, scared the shit out of me. I fucking hated it. My parents lied to me. They were like, "There's no drop. It's just a little boat ride." They were like, "It's just a little boat ride, and you see like the dinosaurs, and it's really pretty." And I was like, "Okay." And then I go, and in the picture, you can see my face where I'm like, "What the fuck? I was lied to."
That's when your trust issues started.
Yes, seriously, I can stem all my trust issues being to that.
On that ride. She's like, "Oh yeah, it looks pretty," because it is convincing too. You get on the boat, it's there going, you know, and you see the car drop, like, oh shit, something's going on.
Dude, I remember like that shit freaked me out when they're like, "Oh no, something's wrong. You're not supposed to be going in there." And I was like, "Wait, what? Like, what? This was great."
She said, "Someone stop it."
Yeah. I was like, "Can I get off now, please? I'm not enjoying this." But I'm a scaredy cat for rides. So that for me was already too intense. I was like, "Nope." I was like, "Never again. I don't want to get on it."
Yeah.
But it is a great ride. Like you have to admit it. It is like if you like that stuff, like you're definitely gonna enjoy it. Because it's a great drop, super deep.
And it's cool, like does a double thing, like you're distracted by the T-Rex, oh shit, and then just the next thing you know, you're going down
hardcore. Yep. And you get all wet, and it's like you're walking around with your clothes. There are Halloween movies that are more family friendly that are comedies, like Ernest Scared Stupid. I've never seen that one.
Not a big fan of Ernest?
I mean, I've never gotten around to watching it, so I'm just kind of like, nah. But I agree, there are definitely, obviously, horror movies that are family friendly.
When I think about Ernest, I think about Pee-wee for some reason. I feel like they're both had their own shtick, you know, had those like corny little cheesy movies and stuff. That would be cool if they did a crossover. But I believe the actor who played Ernest passed away already.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think so.
But one of the movies that came to mind when he said that was we recently also watched Creepshow.
Creepshow.
I had watched it a long time ago. It's the one with Stephen King and George A. Romero. They got together and wrote these stories for this movie called Creepshow. It's a series. There's Creepshow and then there's Creepshow 2.
Didn't it like recently have like a comeback or something, like a new series or something like that?
Yeah, it was a show, which I only watched like one episode. I think it's on Shudder now that I think about it.
You know what? That you're probably right, because that's where I think I saw it too.
Yeah, and I watched like one episode, and I mean, it was okay. I wasn't like over the moon about it, but it's also very campy, just like the movie. Super campy, super like, oh, this is kind of dumb, but kind of fun.
Yeah,
it's just fun, and that's what I told Ben when we were watching it, because obviously we were both kind of like, man, this movie is like super campy and didn't really age well. But I told him it's always fun to watch that because you can see where all these other horror movies gain their inspiration from.
Yeah.
So, it's like a history. It's like a history lesson.
Yeah. What about this, Audrey?
That's my cousin. Halloween classic is The Shining and Halloween. That threw me off. I was like, what? Yeah, I agree. The Shining is great, and Halloween obviously is a classic.
I'm gonna probably surprise a lot of people, but I think, like Audrey said, Mike Myers is my least favorite horror icon.
Oh, so okay. Yeah,
Mike
we were
Myers.
talking about this. So, which one is the best for you out of
Freddy.
that? So, I know you're a Freddy fan, which is why I'm so excited, and I think you guys should be excited too for what the special we're gonna have when we talk about Nightmare on Elm Street, because John is a huge fan, right?
That's my boy.
And then you have me that I'm like in the middle somewhere, and then you have Ben, which is just like for the first time we're kind of rewatching all of them. He's seen them, I think, but not like recently. So this is going to be exciting. Yeah, look, John's going to pull out all his box sets.
Oh my god, that's good.
Jesus. So so he's your favorite? He's just always been your favorite?
It's just like, even rewatching it this time around, it's like, it's so like violating to visit you in your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be escaping this world and you can't. You know, you get tormented by this guy who's like using your dreams like to haunt you, and like he doesn't kill you right away. He like fucks with you, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, his past, like he's like a child molester, a killer, whatever. Like,
he has a really dark past.
Yeah, like it's just kind of like, this guy is a piece of shit, you know, like, and it's just, I don't know. But when they try to go for more like comedy, I don't know. I think we should save it. We should.
Yeah. We're getting too into it. I want to save it, but I think you guys should be excited because I think it's going to be a really good, interesting discussion when we get it. But so you think for you, Myers is the weakest one?
I gotta be honest. I think so, because that's the like one of the last ones I seen. I didn't see the Halloween franchise until like when I was like much older. So I was always more into Freddy and Jason, even Leatherface, Ghostface. So like Michael Myers for me, or The Shape. It was kind of like the last one, you know, and like, I don't know, like I don't really remember his movies too much, and I just kind of felt like there weren't really nothing to them, you know, even though I do realize that movie had an influence on all the other ones, you know.
Yeah.
So, and it's one of the OGs, even though Texas Chainsaw Massacre is really the OG, you know.
Yeah, he's the OGs of the OGs, and for me, Leatherface is my favorite, just because it's such a fucked story. And the movie was done so well, and I think that's why
movie still gets me till today. And it's almost like a movie. I almost watch it almost once, like every year too. Like either around Halloween, or it's just like I'm thinking about it and I want to check it out. You know,
its rewatchability is extremely good. Like you can just rewatch it. But yeah, I definitely, for me, it's always been Leatherface, just because he's my boy. And he's from Texas, and I just like it. It's just he's
that's why. There it is.
He's our mascot.
He's your mascot.
Where's mascot?
Where's Elm Street at? There's an Elm Street over here by my house.
Funny story. My parents used to live on Elm Street over there in California.
Way.
Yeah, my mom would always tell me the story that they lived on Elm Street, and that it was like,
I would never.
Really?
I would never. Hell no.
Do you think it's like a bad omen?
Bad juju, yeah.
Bad juju. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say my favorite's Leprechaun. Did you ever watch those movies?
I watched like the first two. I remember more the first one with Jennifer Aniston. It was always, for me, those weren't scary. It's just more comedic, because it's this little guy like going after you and stuff. He wants his gold and stuff.
Yeah. Even though Chucky, I think Chucky's a badass, and I always stand by Chucky.
Yeah.
I think
Chucky's
he's great.
Dope.
And I want to rewatch those too, because they're all on HBO Max, I think.
And it was revealed earlier this week too, I think, for part of the whole San Diego Comic-Con at home, that Brad, I don't know his name, Brad something, the original guy who did the voice for Chucky, he's coming back for the show. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, like he's just like another person. Like he's just iconic in the role, you know, like his laugh and everything, like his mood and all that. Like,
that's just what made Chucky dope, you know, is like he gave him his charisma, I guess you could say, because I think that's what the new one lacked. He didn't have that charisma that the old school one had. So, so that'll be exciting. Maybe he'll make it better than what it was. And
it's another age-old question: Chucky or Leprechaun? Who would win? We have a lot to talk about.
Dude, Chucky.
Horror midnight.
I think Chucky would kick Leprechaun's ass.
No, you gotta keep it. You gotta save
Oh,
it. For
sorry.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
we definitely gotta. You gotta continue because I'm watching both of them. I said I was going all in. I was like, screw it, I'll watch both of them back to back. I've been
Watch
really
both
enjoying it. They both franchises.
Oh,
Friday
yeah.
13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. So I've been
The
having a
other-
lot of fun.
The only reason I don't watch Friday the 13th is just because I don't have anywhere to watch it. If not, I would.
Mm.
But
Yeah, see,
I'm not.
I have that cool box set that you like. I'll probably
Yeah.
I'll try. You know what? Your birthday's next month. I'll probably just send it to you
Hell yeah. You guys heard it here first, folks.
because I'm
I'm
buying
gonna
the
let
new
you
one
know.
anyways. So you liked this one more.
I think that one's dope. I liked it a lot better than the one you showed me. But I mean, hey, to each their own. Just saying.
She said, "I'm
But it
getting
was
something for my birthday."
I better get a box set. I want to get more box sets. I don't really have box sets actually.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like it's so much money up front, but when you think about it, it's probably the better deal. Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't have box sets.
I've been buying a lot of four feature films like sets, like the Austin Powers one. I have like one that has all three of them. Final Destination. I mean, even though there's 5, there's like 4 in that box set or whatever. It's
Mhm.
really like for the price of 1 or for the price of 2, you get like all these movies. So it's like pretty cool, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of horror movies, well, yeah, because we were talking about that. The one box set, because we were talking about box sets, and I remembered the one that I want to buy is the one for the Munsters. I don't know if you've ever watched that show at all. No? Oh, it's because you froze.
Oh,
John.
am I still frozen now?
Yeah,
Wait,
you're coming back.
On my end, you're not frozen. So I don't know. It's something with the connection. Let me know when
That's
I'm
weird.
back. I'll try to keep talking.
I can hear you, but you just look like all like computerized. All right, I think you're back. Okay, cool.
That's
But
how I
yes.
normally look like.
So you've never seen the Munsters?
No, and I'm trying to find like the where. Okay, A B C D R S T U. Where the hell's the? Where's my U's, Audrey?
You probably don't have any.
I do. It's supposed to be here somewhere.
I don't know what you're looking for.
I want it to be a surprise.
What? You need to organize your stuff.
I know. It's like.
It's really unorganized for John because John's a really organized person.
Do I have movies in the back? Oh yeah, I do. There's party back here. I don't know. I'll show it to you later. Should I show it to you now? Did I build it up?
Yeah, because now I think everyone in the comments wants to know what exactly you're talking about.
I don't know where it's at though. It's supposed to be here. TUV.
You're probably overlooking it because you're on the spot and you're nervous.
Yeah. I'm freaking out here, guys.
It starts with a U?
Yeah, because it's like a collection.
Well, Eddie, I said, speaking of box sets, that new Game of Thrones one looks amazing. I bet it does, but I still won't buy it just because of season 8.
Guess what, Audrey? You're going to be disappointed with me.
You bought it.
Yeah, I bought it. Because, I mean, look, yeah. So, Eddie S., I know that you kind of came through the channel with my unboxing videos, expecting an unboxing video on that. I mean, I'm thinking you're going to get it. Because it's a 4K Steelbook set. And I'm like, okay, I gotta buy, because even though like the show the last season for me is kind of whack, I still liked a lot of things they did with it, and I think it still be worth it to revisit, at least for me, you know. And again, like as a collector, you kind of have to have like, you know.
Well, like I have my little collection of books right here. I'm looking at them, and I'm really happy. I don't think I'll get the new one when it comes out. I don't know.
Come on, Audrey.
I don't know. I don't think I would get it. Oh, you see, he said I won't get it because of season 8 too. Haha, you see?
He's
It's
just
'cause
agreeing
that
because
season was just trash. Like it like completely just I don't even want to get into it. Just thinking about
you're
it.
a girl. He's agreeing with you because you're a girl.
No, it's because it was terrible. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you've seen season 8, it's just it makes you upset. It makes my blood boil when I think about it.
I'm over here like literally reorganizing.
It makes me so upset because that show was so good, and it was one of those shows that I actually would watch. Like, I would make it a point to like not we didn't like. I watched it since the beginning. I was invested in it, and then they just did me dirty like that. Like, nope, I can't get over it. So
I know that was the famous clip where you're like, man, you're like, ooh, that was such a big letdown, and I was like, oh, that's what she said.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of John's best moments here on the Real Talk.
We should go through the old clips and like highlight that.
I've told you that. I was like, we should make a blooper reel, but you never want to.
Look at
Oh, okay, that makes
this
sense.
is the one I have.
Wait, so it has Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Invisible Man, the Mummy, and Dracula.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, send me the digital code. Nah, I'll probably buy it honestly because I have something like that, but it has Alfred Hitchcock's movies, not the monsters.
These are the original OGs, actually.
I know, right? But have you seen any of them? No.
Yeah, I've seen Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and no, that's the one that's missing, Creature from the Black Lagoon. But I've seen that one, but a really long time.
That's
but I have
really nice
Wolfman, Invisible Man, and then the Mummy.
We actually have a board game called Monsters that's really fun. I don't know if you like board games at all, but Ben is like a huge board game aficionado. He likes to collect them. And we bought this one, and it's super cool because it has the little figures, and it's a really nice game. I highly recommend it for anyone that likes board games. It's a cool game to play with your friends or your family. And during Halloween, I think it'll be a lot of fun because we like playing it a lot.
I grew up on Life, Battleship, Mousetrap, Clue.
You're like me. That's how I was. And then Ben shows up with these board games that have like stories, and you're like, you can buy other stories, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, like D&D, all those stuff. I never got into that stuff, but I'd be open to play it because I know it's more of a like, it's more way more like detailed, way more like it's a world, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just a lot. Like, you have to really get into it, but they're really cool. I mean, some of them are really neat. We also bought another one. Oh, well, it's been pretty famous right now, which is the Disney Villainous. It has like Disney villains. That one's actually a lot of fun too. I really enjoy it. But yeah.
Monopoly. I don't know if I said that.
Clue.
Clue.
I used to fuck with Clue, but now recently we played it, and I was like, this was kind of boring. Or maybe I just wasn't playing it right. But anyways, one of the box sets that I would want to get is the Munsters, because I have the Addams Family one, but I don't have the Munsters, so I probably will order it just to have it because I really love that show.
Do it, Audrey.
So what did you think of the monster movies? Did you like Dracula?
Yeah, I think they're like classics. You know?
Have you seen the Dracula one that came out? Yeah. What did you say?
Dracula 2000, is that the one with Keanu Reeves?
No, there's Dracula. It's just called Dracula, the one with Keanu. There's another one, the Wes Craven one, which I think is the 2000 one.
Yeah, I think that one is the Dracula 2000.
That's the one that you watched?
No, I haven't watched any of them, but I remember Matt had it on reason.
That what? Sorry, you broke up again.
My dad, he had that on VHS.
Oh, okay.
The Dracula 2000 one, but I never watched it.
Yeah, I know. The Dracula one with Gary Oldman, where he plays Dracula. That's a classic. I think you would enjoy that one a lot.
Why? Why do you say that?
Oh, nothing.
Wow, Audrey, just because I'm a guy?
Just watch it. No, shit, for me too. When I watched that movie, I was like, damn. Monica Bellucci looking really nice in that. She was really beautiful.
Sexy people.
And Winona Ryder.
Ooh, Winona Ryder? Okay, I'm down.
A lot of pretty ladies in that movie. And Keanu Reeves, so you're just like down.
Brad Pitt too?
And Gary Oldman. Huh?
Is that the one with Brad Pitt as well?
No. Oh, wait, no. Wait, are you getting confused with Interview with a Vampire?
Oh, yeah, that's Brad Pitt. Interview with a
Yeah,
Vampire.
I was like, wait, that's the one with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and Christian Slater. That's a great one too.
Damn, there's so. Oh my god. I'm wasting too much time. No, just kidding.
You
No,
have to
but,
start watching your Halloween movies now so you can catch up when it's Halloween time.
I should have announced this earlier when we had more viewers, but on Wednesday we're not gonna have the Halloween midnight special or whatever, but we are doing a top 10 A24 movies in honor, I guess, of First Cal. We're gonna do it with the review that we did, but we thought it would be too long, so we're gonna do it this Wednesday. We don't have a certain time. Do you want to just do it at the same time?
Yeah, I would say we're gonna do it at the same time.
So like 12-ish
Mhm.
PST, we're gonna have a top 10 A24 movie. So my top 10, Audrey's top 10. And yeah, if you guys want to tune into that to see what makes it on the list and what doesn't and share your guys' list, you guys are more than welcome to join. So that's gonna be Wednesday around 12 p.m. PST. We're gonna be back. And then I'm gonna have my Blu-ray haul for all you guys who like the Blu-ray videos. On Friday, I'm going to be doing a live video as well. So tune into that. And we'll discuss more about, I feel like we should just get more into in depth, like more into the series of Nightmare on Elm Street before we do the special, so we could talk about, multiple ones. Because right now I'm gonna begin the third one too. So
Yeah, no, for sure. We're gonna watch the third one because we stopped at the second one. We were just like, all right, we're done. But no, we're gonna keep going, obviously. At
and
least
that one is very interesting. The second one, watching it now.
yeah, that's all I'm gonna say because I want to save it. But yeah.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was a lot of fun. We talked about a lot. I feel like this was kind of like a prequel to the midnight special because we ended like with a lot of horror talk and stuff. Because the Relic, the rental, and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Audrey, you want to say anything? Include your closing thoughts.
No, just be safe. Like I always say, have fun, watch some movies, keep yourself entertained while we're in quarantine. We're all in this together. Just kidding. All high school
in this together.
I didn't even watch that movie, but anyways.
Me neither, but I know the song.
Jesus. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like Audrey said, stay safe, guys. Keep it, just one day at a time. And like I said, stay tuned for Wednesday at 12 p.m. PST. We're gonna be going live with the top 10 A24 films, and then on Friday, probably around the same time, I'm gonna be doing my July Blu-ray haul for you guys. So make sure to join us this week for more content. And then yeah, guys, next week we'll be back on Monday for another episode 49. Do you like that number, Audrey?
Yeah, no, but I like 50 more.
Oh, we'll skip 49 and go to 50 then. But all right, guys, take care, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.